Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just chillin'. Real West Side, Compton. You already know what's up. Hey, yeah, pull up with a thing or two. Yeah, you know what I came to do. Slide down the avenue. Yeah, did what I had to do. Oh, infinite flavors. Yeah, pick your favorite. Yeah, keep player. Ooh, think about running for mayor. Yeah, looking at the Lakers. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Why thank you, we the realest alive. Hi hater, bye hater.
Bye hater, bye Felicia. Not today, not tomorrow either. Look though, it's a lot of vacant houses, whole city like a Tyler made the block, little snag or two. Auntie in the cockers, no Johnny is the projects, no saying Lucy Lou. Tryna kill bills off $1 meal, really will fix your whole attitude. Been rapping about the real since a little. Imagine if I had the booth. I was only 9 years old when I found my soul. Cuz had me in the booth, booking no first that ever rolled, shorty. The whole block posted. Everybody not the vocals. Any social, I'm posted. I'm like riding. I can't cope, I don't know, could be inside. First line was about my sugar. You just heard that he died on the last Friday.
How about your feelings, how about them feelings? Come high, I'm just chilling, come. I want you to get with me. Come slide with me. I got a feeling, get it cracking like a killing. In the back, chilling with you. I want you to get with me. Come slide with me.
I just want a buttercream beamer with an R&B deep slide straight to the pay like a visa. Little to the little thick thing, keep it. Got a feel like she shines with Adidas. Ever since a young, I've been a leader. I'm on the pledge of allegiance. Kid to the public, but to me, I'm like, one day, don't see it. Just to the zip out, watching never hip hop. Meanwhile, a few channels down the block, they getting robbed by the cops. I can't believe what I see with my eyes. So nowadays, I'm like, I'ma look to the skies and manifest anything I need. Any on a power trip. When the whole team, the power strip. No, now to the trying to politic. Got my guys already, got my queen already, how I sound already, how my songs already. Got them asking how they ain't on already. I don't care. Take it day by day. My vice is money in my safe. Cash going up as I elevate. I was down bad, now I'm
How about your feelings, how about the feelings? Come high, I'm just chilling, come. I want you to get with me. Slide with me. I got a feeling, get it cracking like a killing. In the back, chilling with you. I want you to get with me. Come slide with me. You said you don't, but you gon' slide with me. Don't you dare get paranoid, girl. I'm hot on asteroid, plus I keep that. Know me.
Put phase on the beat, I ain't done. You feel me? Hey, bro, let this drive like a bitty, man. Carry my country cousin. Northside St. Louis, all the way down to Dallas, that's how we doing. You feel me? And on my mama told me I'm that just came a long way, Castro Drive.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boone. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First pitch moments away, and towing the slab in this one, King. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, it's all about the strikeout for him. Over 200 punchies this season. Expect to see a lot of swings and misses today.
Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia. When the season is over, he'll set a new career high for runs scored. That one finds the zone. And that's how this game gets started. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 0-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's Mike Tauchman. And that one is inside. King, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a knuckleball, and he works in a slider. That's out to center field. Marsh snags it for the second out. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Vinny Pasquantino.
And Boog, he's a guy who loves coming up with the chance to drive in his teammates. It's like he finds another level of focus. Batting over 300 with runners in scoring position this season. And you know what? Because of that, I wonder if the guys in front of him will see some better pitches to hit, because you don't want to put any free base runners on with him looming in the on-deck circle.
Fastball for a strike. Witt needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And that keeps the inning going. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Another solid power season. That's down and in.
That's a ball.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Runner.
There goes the runner. There's a ball. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Here's a 2-0. He swings and fouls one off.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing, and he breaks his back. And that'll do it. So one left for Kansas City, and now it's the Phillies' turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Philadelphia and on the hill, Alec Marsh. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
On the ground to third. And they get Turner for the out. And time now for the Phillies lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. His 18th
right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely. He gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Smoked on the ground a second. Harper retired.
Yep, he's out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 down, bases empty. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss at a slider. Now, power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. That was pretty nasty. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. We head to the second in MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Back here in Philadelphia, new inning getting started. So up now for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. King back to work.
Hey!
Pasquantino launched a homer in his most recent game. Strike 2.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Center field. Marsh moves under it. And there's one down. So up next, Michael Massey. Edge of the zone for a strike. And it's 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. That one pulled foul. And now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one ripped. Hauls it in, and it's away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Boom. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. KC down in order. And it remains. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Bottom of the inning. And now it's Alec Bohm. This to third. 1 up, 1 down.
Out.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate, and Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. And that one is lifted in the air. Tauchman. And a couple of quick outs. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. And first offering is fouled off. Right-hander kick steals. Chopped left side. Sends it across the first. That's the inning. So they make short work of him there. We head on now to the top of the third. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Velasquez measures 6 feet even in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2017. Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just having a hard time catching up.
Off the mark there. 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
In
One
the
ball,
dirt,
2 strikes.
1-2 to count. Hit hard on the ground is short. Turner with the throw to first. 2 up, 2 down. And to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Garcia. First pitch just misses. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
And it is 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And he makes the catch. And that's the third out. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Sosa to the plate. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite
One
yet.
strike.
And that one fouled off. Popped up. Pasquantino settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and it one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Trey Turner now grounded out his first time. Splits the plate. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss.
No
as
ball,
he was out
2
front
strikes.
that time. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
One down. This is Bryson Stott. He's already homered here in this one. Ball 1 there.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop. Oh, the throw is over his head.
Oh, he's safe.
But no one moves up as it's backed up nicely there.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base. And usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target. And I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Ball 1 to Bryce. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 3.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. Hitters count.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Payoff pitch, and ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Struck out looking his first time. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Kyle Wright getting loose out there. Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Stop on second. Harper at first. 1 gone. And he can't come up with it. But he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. And here comes Alec Bohm. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then be that.
There's a swing and a drop. And that one hops the wall. The run comes in to score from second. And now he's out trying to get back. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. Tuchman is gone.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a drive. Deep right field. Way back there. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And he's there at third with a triple.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And now here is Salvador Perez.
0-1.
One away with a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. That's hard hit on the line. Reaching down, takes the ground. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly. It's 5-1. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. And that's
a ball.
off the inside edge.
1 ball.
And
No
that
strike.
is ball 1. And there's the strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses. 2-1. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And he'll be safe at first. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. He's 0 for 1. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
Right through there for a strike. And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
stays alive. Pasquantino off of first with 2 away. On the ground to third. They get the force, and that is that. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Phillies 5 and the Royals 1. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. The throw is still in time, so they get the first out of the inning. Kyle Wright is forced to the mound after the injury.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. In the air, out towards left center. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. And Mundo Sosa now at the plate. On the ground. The throw to first. And talk about efficient. King back to work. Check swing, called strike.
Booga never got to play at Citizens Bank Park in my career, just the old Veteran Stadium in Philadelphia, but the crowds here are just as energetic now as they were at that old park. And trust me, as an outfielder visiting town, you're going to hear it from the fans out there in the bleachers.
Up the middle, nice grab. Jumps, throws, and they get the out. Nelson Velasquez steps in for the Royals. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
The Phillies leading by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. And he grounds one to the right side. Handles, throws to first, and the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th. And now the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Garcia in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Garcia started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and James Kingsley says he won a round. And that one hit to first. They take the force out, and that is that. The Royals lead 1. They're down 5-1. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Pasquantino hauls it in for the out. So the batting order turns over. Here's Trey Turner. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. And that's a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5.
1-2.
Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Bryson Stott getting ready to hit. A former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
And a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. You're a little late, opposite field now.
1 ball, 2
Not
strikes.
close with that one, and the count is 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Here's Harper now. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Popped in the air, left field. Schwarber makes the grab, one pitch and one out. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's nothing at all.
Ball,
Well,
1
he's been
strike.
incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him.
And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double. Third hit for him today.
He was all over that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Line drive.
Nice swing. Good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Pasquantino at the plate with 2 away.
0-1.
Swings through that one. Tosses to first. Third out. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-5-6 coming up. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber. And first offering is fouled off. Schwarber, in his 11th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And Schwarber strikes out.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
In the air, right field. Velasquez makes the grab, 2 down. Brandon Marsh will hit next. 0-2 in this one. Clips the outside corner. 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
To the right side, Pasquantino. And that is the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. So up now for Kansas City, Michael Massey. And first offering is fouled off. And there's a foul ball. And 1-2. Swing and a miss at 100. Struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide.
This one's fair down the line and left. And it's going to be extra bases. Throws to second, and that's a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
1 out, runner at second. And now the right fielder, Nelson Velasquez. There's the strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Man at second. And he swings over the top there. Real Muto up with it. Fires to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout. India up to third on the wild pitch.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity.
And that is the inning. So 1 left for Kansas City. They're down here 5-1. Set for the last. Half of the 7th, and digging in for Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Isbell makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1. So now the DH spot, Edmundo Sosa. And first offering is fouled off. In the air on the infield, Garcia. And makes the grab. Out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's JT Realmuto. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Phillies 5 and the Royals 1. We go to the 8th, and now Michael Garcia. King back to work. Right side. Castellanos gets under it. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Now the number 2 hitter, Mike Tauchman. That one in triple digits.
0-1.
Next pitch is outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Liner, base hit. So digging in, Bobby Witt Jr. He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run gets him the cycle. Up and in, and it's 1-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next offering upstairs.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
On the ground to short, could be 2. 1 at second. Over to first, but he beats it. Now will be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Salvador Perez.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
Hammered, base hit. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Pasquantino stands in now and watches strike 1. First and second, 2 down. Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Hard hit left side. They get the force. That ends the frame. Ready for the bottom of the 8. Trey Turner at the plate. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
1 strike.
Called strike right there.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
So Trey goes down on strikes.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Bryson Stott digs in now. Swing and a bouncer. Massey tosses to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. 2 down, base is empty. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And downstairs. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third. Didn't go. 2 outs, base is empty. Loves it on the dive. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Matt Strong.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
Next offering is fouled back. Right down to shoot. 2-2 now.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I want you to take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
India batting with one down, takes a strike. The Royals down by 4 here at the top of the ninth. There's a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Inside, just missed.
1-2.
Backed off the plate that time.
2-2.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. One gone, runner at first. And next up for the Royals, Nelson Velasquez. 0 for 3 in this one. Strom, an all-star a season ago, 33 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of North Dakota.
No ball, 1 strike.
And at first, 1 away. And
1
there's
ball,
the ball.
2 strike.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up.
Over to Turner for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Last chance for the Royals. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. That one felt good. His 13th home run of the season. It's 5-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it.
No, that's low.
Just missed. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a 2-bagger. Here's the left fielder, Mike Tauchman. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. Runner at second, 2 down. That one the other way. That's a base hit. Garcia around third. Here's the throw to the plate. Saved up. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they trail by 1. Bobby Witt Jr. the next to hit. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Hot shot to third. And that's the ball game.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence. And you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Johnson. We'll talk to you soon.
When I dive deep in the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me.
trap. I really be spitting bars. Got thinking I rap. I'm hanging out with the stars. Still can't relax, even in these foreign cars. I'm rolling around with when I hit hard. A mission to make. I need a round of applause, but I might settle for that. Had to break a couple laws, put my city on the map. But you didn't make her. Even if you made her, she ain't ever coming back. Play it like you couldn't.
Welcome to the desert and inside Chase Field in Phoenix. The show brings you Major League Baseball on a Saturday night. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Siggy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway and getting to start. Corbin Burns. Singy, he's managed to rack up a lot of innings on the mound this season.
And Boog, this guy's getting close to 200 innings on the year. You know, there's some milestones that pitchers go after. One of them 20 wins. But another one that we don't talk about a whole lot is that 200-inning threshold. To be able to surpass that says that, hey, they prepared themselves for the season. They were able to stay healthy, and they were able to pitch effectively enough to stay in ball games long enough to reach that number. Pretty impressive on what he's done, and it's not over yet.
McCarthy calls it in, and there's one away. This is Bryson Stott. He set a new career high in home runs this year, and Siggy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. First pitch misses. Inside. Burns, a former Cy Young Award winner. He throws a cutter, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Burns has worked along with mental skills coach Brian Kane since September of 2019. And as well, he reads Harvey Dorfman's The Mental ABCs of Pitching. He reads at least a chapter on days that he starts. One out, base is empty. High fly ball out towards left center. Gurriel trying to get there. Makes the grab, and there's two gone. Here is Bryce Harper. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Two out, space is empty.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. Bryce Harper goes deep. His 27th home run of the season, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
So two down. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Two down, base is empty, but one run across here in the second game of the series. Comes up empty.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
That one misses, and it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Full count.
Cutting but missing down low. In the air, left field. Gurriel sizes this one up. brings it in, and that is that. So the Phillies strike first with a solo home run. It's now 1-0. Back here at Chase Field, today's starting pitcher, King. And this will be a tough test for him. Pitching on the road has not been that kind to his numbers.
Well, I think he's just got to trick himself mentally and put himself in a comfort level like he does at home. I know it's not the same being on the road as away from home in terms of being able to have a routine and be consistent with it. But this game is so much mental, and he's going to have to find a way to play a mind game with himself to move through this ball game and get a W.
Jake McCarthy, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the count is even. Struck him out looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. This is Corbin Carroll. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
That misses, and that's ball one. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Looked like he reached back and got a little extra on that one. Triple digits on the miles per hour through the zone. No chance of touching that one.
Ketel Marte stands in here, takes
Counts
ball
1-0.
low. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. That misses the zone. It's 2-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Nothing doing for Arizona. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in the desert, down the third baseman, Alec Bohm. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. Burns back to work. Just missed. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Ground ball left side, and it stays fair. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Foul ball there. But you go back and look at Corbin Burns in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. Next pitch is outside. The main adjustment that Corbin Burns made was that he got rid of his four-seam fastball and really leaned on the cutter. That is his signature pitch. And now today, he is a cutter, sinker guy, and the four-seamer really doesn't make much of an appearance. And that's the strikeout. Throws him with the heater at the knee. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one is absolutely belted. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair, and even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory, and that right there was perfect.
And that's in for a strike. Second and third, 1 away here at the top of the second. Foul tip into the mix, took him out.
No, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. No, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box. Swing and a miss.
And the count 1-1.
1-1.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. So they strand a pair. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Phillies 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Bottom of the second. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now.
There you go.
Suarez checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. No swing. That's off the inside corner. And now 2-0. And that chops in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he'll pull into second safely.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. And now it's Josh Naylor. Schwarber pulls that one down. And there's 1 away. So now here's the DH. Pavin Smith. 2 hits and 4 at-bats during yesterday's ball game. Fastball for a strike. King, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high-leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Suarez over at second, 1 down. And a foul ball, he stays alive. In the air, left side. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down. Now the catcher up to hit, Adrian Del Castillo.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately.
And that one ripped to left. And that's a base hit. Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate. It's 1-1.
Now that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
Here's Gurriel. That's a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that is out of play. 2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. Next offering is down low. Up the middle. It's through for a hit. Runner around third. Here comes the throw.
mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Hit in the air left field. And that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on to the 3rd inning. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner. And that one pulled foul. Turner with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Soft contact in the air, and foul ball. And the righty deals. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. A swing and a soft liner. Makes the grab, 1 down. So up next, Bryson Stott. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Stott in his 5th season, batting 2nd in today's lineup. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over .350 in his last 10. One down, Phillies down a run. Swung on, belted. Carroll going back. Bangs off the wall. Now around second, going for third. The relay throw. He's safe, and that's a triple off the wall.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Bryce Harper to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it's just foul. That was close. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Takes his lead at third with 1 away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights it off. You'll see another. Gets a piece and stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Tying run at scoring position. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Foul ball still 0-2. Now one miss. Pitch misses. Now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 3-2 now.
Count.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Kyle Schwarber in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. He fouls it off. Will do it again.
I don't know how this at-bat will end, but I'll be sad when it does. So much fun watching this thing go back and forth.
Liner, and this could be trouble. In from third as the time run.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Fouled off to the right. Tied up here in the early going. And a swing and a miss. He's got 4 strikeouts now.
You know, part of the key to making that back foot slider so effective as a strikeout pitch is being in an advantage count as a pitcher. You really put that hitter at the plate on the defense when you get ahead 0-2. So a tight slider that bores in on you looks like something you have to go after.
Ball 1,
Boom.
no strike.
Stands in now, looks at that one inside. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs
2 balls,
if he's going to get
no
deeper
strike.
into this game. In the dirt. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Ground ball right side. Marte throws to first in time. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Phillies with a run-scoring double. 2-2 game. You're dialed into the show. Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Outside.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And 1-1. Curve in the dirt.
Count.
And there's
3
the ball.
balls, 2
He
strikes.
should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with a 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
It's a
Ball
leadoff
4,
walk.
take your base.
And that's the go-ahead run.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Marte in the box now. Takes strike 1.
There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter.
Dives, but it's off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
That misses.
1 ball,
Going to
2
count 1 and
strikes.
2. And just misses with that one.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Next one misses, and it's 3-2. First and second go out here in the last half of the third. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Goes down looking. Here's Josh Naylor.
And Boog, I'd say he's due. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Right through there for a strike. Runners at first and second with one gone.
Aye.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's the bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
And here is Haven Smith. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Tap foul at the plate. Inside,
that's
just
inside.
missed. Bangs another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there. Sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
On to the 4th. Now, here is Brandon Marsh. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. His 24th home run of the season, and that gives him a lead. It's 3-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos, doubled his first time up. Foul to the zone and a called strike.
But just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Hit in the air, center field. McCarthy corrals it, and there's one away. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
This one high in the air to left center. Gurriel trying to get there, and there are 2 outs.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Foul ball. That
One
one
ball,
misses.
2
and
strikes.
Count 1 and 2. And that's down
ball
and
2.
away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two outs. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. It's now a 3-2 ball game.
Let's do this.
Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. That one in triple digits.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Next
Ball,
pitch
that's
is
out.
outside. Swings here and blasts one left field. Way back there. And it's gone. He sends it out of here. It's 3-3. Gurriel batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Next offering is foul back. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one is downstairs. So the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Just
Ball,
off the inside edge.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table.
0-1.
You can't make contact.
And that drops in for a strike.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. 3. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Marsh snags it, and the inning is over. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Burns back to work. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And that should quiet this home crowd. And they grab the lead. It's 4-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. That's it for Corbin Burns, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, A.J. Puck.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott, 1 for 2. Popped up. Marte should have it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Here comes Bryce Harper. He's already homered in this game. Not even close there. And that's ball 1. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. John Curtis up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Thompson also getting ready. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1-1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's back there. Out out of here. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 5-3. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dick. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. You know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Boom, the next to hit, takes ball one. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Check swing, called strike. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Out number 3. And we're back. Now the number 2 hitter, Corbin Carroll. Right side, and that's just foul.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And a base hit. Throws to second. And he's into second with nobody out.
Oh, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Boom. Makes the grab, 1 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Suarez swings through it for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Runner breaks for 3rd. Hits in for a strike. No throw. Safe at 3rd. It's a stolen base. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, 2
Carroll
strikes, the count.
stands at 3rd with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, we've seen a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
Now it's going to be Josh Naylor.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Strikes him out with 101.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, it's out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Carroll makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. And now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Castellanos, multi-time All-Star, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2010. Ripped to short. In plenty of time to first, and Castellanos is out. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 2 in this one. Fastball is outside. Line to left. Gurriel handles the chance, and that'll do it. Back here at Chase Field, and now the DH, Pavin Smith. In there for a strike at 100 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Smith tries to check his swing. Now a look to 3rd, and he held up. The 1-1 is fouled off.
So critical to keep an eye on the pitch count this time of the year. Guys can start to run on fumes a little bit. Mechanics can drop off. And we know they need him to be fresh and ready for big innings in October.
2-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that's downstairs. And now it's 3-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
That one not close. 1-1. That's through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ball.
Stays alive. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and float it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. Diamondbacks down quickly. They're still down 5-3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, John Curtis.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these Phils, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits. So that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
Pitch misses.
1 ball,
now
2 strikes.
Line drive, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's Turner now. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to 3rd.
Heads up base running right there. Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to 3rd base pretty much standing up, well, that time you seem to have a pretty good read, gets to 3rd safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Trey goes down on strike.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his own right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He makes the grab, and that should get the job done as he tags from 3rd. He's in on the sacrifice fly, and they take a 3-run lead.
They had a chance to add to their lead right there, and they did with the sac fly. Nice job of getting it done. Really good execution with that at bat.
Here comes Bryce Harper. He had a big swing for these guys way back to the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That one ripped. And it hits the fence. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. That's in there. 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's off the mark, and it's 1-1. Swing and attacker that rolls foul. And Schwarber strikes out. That one fouled off.
Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
The shortstop takes the ball. That's down
ball
and in.
3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And foul ball. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
McCarthy stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Ground ball up the middle. Turner. And safe. He busted it down the line for that infield single. And the batter now, Corbin Carroll.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play. Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. Once you get it going. It can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
Marte in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Oh, and he lost the handle on that one.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
2 outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Schwarber fires it in quickly, and the lead runner holds on at second base.
Really nice job of 2.
And the Phillies manager making his way. A new arm into the game, the righty, Joe Ross.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And that drops in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something.
Ripped to the right center. Should be extra bases. Marte scores. And it's 6-5. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away. Next to hit for Arizona, Josh Naylor.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to
Nope,
put up more of
that's
a
the ball.
fight in this
Ball 1, no strikes.
And that's through there for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one to
That
first.
ball's foul.
And a foul ball.
one. He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Good job to fight that one off. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And that will end the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Justin Martinez.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And that one fouled off. Out to short. Lawler tossed to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Brandon. March. And a ground ball to first. He'll do it himself.
He's out.
2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. And the first
1-0.
offering is not close. On the ground to third, Suarez. Jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. Down quickly. And we're back. Now it's the DH, Pavin Smith. Just
Inside,
off the
ball
inside edge. Now 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Fought off foul. Looking to get the tying run on base.
There you
Chase
go.
the swing. Now an appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
That's ripped into the outfield. And there's 1 down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
That one to first, and that chance handled. Takes it to
Got
the
him.
bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And the
That's a
first
ball.
pitch misses for ball 1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Gurriel gets a piece.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
This guy's a fun guy to
2-2
watch
to
taking
them.
it back. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Now up next for Arizona, Jordan Lawler. That misses the zone.
Ball one.
1-0.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on. Drive it into a gap and score that run from first base.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball,
Gurriel,
2
the
strikes.
runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground, right side. Tosses the first, and that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Through 8 full, it's the Phillies 6 and the Diamondbacks 5. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Mantiply.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Mantiply, in his 6th season, he features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. That's the 3rd. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. And now it is JT Realmuto. 1 for 3. And he swings and misses at the initial offer.
0-1's the count.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Hit on the ground to short. Lawler tosses across the first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 down, bases empty. And digging in for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. And ball 1.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Two down, nobody on. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first.
He's out.
Turner is out. And that's the 3rd out. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Orion Kirkering.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. It's 0-1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a
foul
run.
ball.
One-run game, bottom 9. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Got him looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, throws him for strike 3. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And this is inside. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the whole team trying to pull it out. The other way, calls it in, 2 away. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Ball 1 there. This one smoked out to left. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies even this series up in a game apiece.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaumburg. Thanks for joining us.
Your eyes to the sky and your face to the stars. Yeah, I can hear them calling me awfully hard. You best believe before I leave, I'ma leave my mark. And we got 6 deep in the